It's the day of the festival. Of all days, I expected this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori. But Sayori isn't answering her phone. I considered going to her house to wake her up, but decided that's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. The banner Yuri and I painted is dry, and I gently rolled it up to take with me. She sent me a pleasant text reminding me not to forget anything, and I reassured her. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sayori and Yuri at the festival. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too. Hey! You're the first one here. Thanks for being so early. That's funny. I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monica is placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. They must be the ones she prepared that has all the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like and had submitted it. So that's the one I'll be performing. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayuri with you. Yeah, she overslept again. That dummy. You'd think that on days this important she'd try a little harder. I say that, but I suddenly remember what Sayori told me yesterday. And I suddenly feel awful, knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking. But maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all. You should take a little responsibility for her. I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday. Okay, seriously, bitch, how do you know about that? Did she tell you? You kind of left her hanging this morning, you know? Exchange? Monica, you know about that? Of course I do. I'm the club president after all. But, I stammer, embarrassed. Did Sayori really tell her about it that quickly? About how I basically turned down her confession? That makes me really seem like the bad guy here. But I'm the one who knows what's best for her, right? Jeez. You don't know the full story at all, so don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think. Eh? Monica's being as friendly as usual, but for some reason I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that. Oh dear. She's gonna murder everyone. Watch. Excuse me. Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice. Yeah, sure. I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid out on the desks. Oh yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought so too. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is nearly printed on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognized Natsuki's and Yuri's poems from the ones they performed during our practice. What's this? I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different from the one she practiced. It's one that I haven't read before. Okay, I'm not going to read all that, but it literally just says, get out of my head over and over again. Get out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But a poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving. This is creepy. This is creepy. Ah! What is this? Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach. Huh? What's wrong? Nothing. This poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written. But more than that. I changed my mind. I'm going to go get Sayori, so... Well, alright. Try not to take too long, okay? I quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself. Monica calls that out after me. I quicken my pace. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little bit harder for Sayori. It's not a big deal to at least wait for her or help her wake up. Even the simplest gesture of walking her to school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same as they always have been. That's all she needs and what I want to give her. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. I don't expect an answer since she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I opened the door and let myself in. Sayori? Okay, I'm kind of scared, guys. She really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house? Isn't that more like something a boyfriend would do? In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on her door. Sayori? Wake up, dummy! There's no response. I really didn't want to have to enter the room like this. Isn't it kind of a breach of privacy? But she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. I knew it! Oh my god! Oh god. Whew, fuck me. Oh god. That is a little creepy, but honestly, I freaking saw that coming. Not like when I first started the game, but after she admitted all the depression and stuff, man, I saw that coming. I saw that coming just because I know that's what can happen. Especially some of the things she was saying. That was a big red flag. But this whole game script is like kind of creepy. Well then. What the hell? What the hell? Is this a nightmare? It has to be. Oh, it's kind of creepy. I have a freaking pop-up here. But I know that has nothing to do with this game. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. Sayori wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. That's why I can't believe what my eyes are showing me. I suppress the urge to vomit. Just yesterday, I told Sayori I would be there for her. I told her I know what's best and that everything will be okay. Then why? Why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Turning down her confession. That has to have been what pushed her over the edge. You think? Her agonized scream still echoes in my ears. Why did I do that to her when she needed me the most? Why was I so selfish? This is my fault. My swarming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I just spent more time with her, walked her to school, and gave her what I know she wanted out of our relationship, then I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club. Screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. Is this the end? Someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I can do to bring her back. This isn't some game where I can reset and try something different. I had only one chance, and I wasn't careful enough. And now I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers. But I still couldn't do what she needed from me. And now, I can never take it back. Never. 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 Is that the end? Okay. That is the end. Ah! The fuck? Okay. Oh, okay. What does this do? Well, that was, yeah. And now it's all weird now. That's freaking crazy. I wonder what happens when you click this. The music is all just jointed. And of course it's like literally in now her name is just that. It's like, that is so random. So I don't really get what's going on. Jesus Christ, that's creepy. It's an ordinary school day like any other. I always tell myself that it's about time I met some girls or something like that. But I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content. There's always the anime club. It's not like there would be any girls in it anyway. See, this is slightly different, though. Now, some of this I'm not reading, because some of this I've read before. But I'm just like, what is going on? After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. But the dialogue is slightly different here. Slightly. Some of it, anyway. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Huh? Monica? Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? Ah. Yeah, it has. Monica smiles sweetly. This is different. Oh my god. This is different. I'm so confused. I bet you Monica just kills them all off until she's the last one standing. I bet that's what it is. Jesus Christ. We don't know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. I've just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? About that. I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. A literature club. Stop that! It's fucking creepy. Literature? That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? It's kind of embarrassing, but there are only 3 of us so far. It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. Well, I can see that. But it's really not boring at all, you know. Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists that manga is literature, too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member's a member, right? Did Monica say she? Hey. By any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? I mean, I guess so, but in that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but if you could at the very least visit my club, it would make me really happy. Please? Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monica? Sure, I guess I could check it out. Awesome! You're really sweet, you know that? It's nothing, really. Shall we go then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important. And this marks the day Is this fucking Groundhog Day or what? Holy shit. And thus today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. See, this is slightly different. Because before it said, I sold my soul for a cupcake. I timidly follow Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. I'm back! And I brought a guest with me. Fuck! Jesus Christ, that's fucking creepy! God! Eh? A guest? Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. So let me guess. You're Monica's boyfriend, right? What? No, I'm not. Natsuki? The girl with a sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably first year. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president. It's nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. So I ran into him in a classroom and decided to check out the club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monica. Didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to, well, you know. Sorry. I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you come sit down? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. And if you notice, Sayori's not in this one because she killed herself in the last playthrough. So it affects this one if you play through it again. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monica. So, I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these two. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I mean that, you know... I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? Now, some of this I'm going to kind of fast forward through because I've read this before. Like, she talks about how she likes fantasy worlds and all that stuff. Fine. How about this? all... Okay, I guess I'll start from here again. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. The next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. I mean, I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monica. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. Oh, forgot to change voice. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president after all. And that's different too! Because wasn't Sayori the vice president in the last one? I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well? Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Monica may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. Plus, there was no cupcakes either. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All three girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought... Humph! The girls exchange glances before Monica turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. We need 4. And y'all used to have 4. And I've been trying really, really hard to find new members. And if we don't find one more before the festival, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I would feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. And besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls... Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, Rhiannon? Yeah. It could be fun, right? You really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if you really just left after all this, I would be super pissed. I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. I look forward to see how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then. Now I wonder how this is gonna go, because I think because he would normally walk home with Sayuri, but what are they gonna do with this? Are they gonna make it creepy? Okay, I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait. With that, I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 3 girls. Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. You have unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? Do I? Do I really? Gosh dang, I was gonna end it like 2 hours, but man, it's like... it's very intriguing. I kinda can't stop. A dream. I was staying over at my friend's place. There were 4 of us. I drifted off to sleep while everyone was talking and watching TV. In my dream, I was still at my friend's house. The only difference is that there were nails sticking out of the walls everywhere. And there was also someone I didn't recognize. The person I didn't recognize told a joke and everyone laughed. I woke up to the sound of everyone laughing at something that happened on the TV. So the laughing was not part of the dream. It was the noise that woke me up. I wonder who that person was and how they knew to tell a joke at that moment. I'm scared. And notice how there's only 2 girls here. I mean, I guess maybe I'll just keep trying to get Yuri and see what happens. So I was thinking of ending it, but it's like, I feel like it keeps having different endings as you play through. I'm curious to see what happens though if you pick a word that's like, would have been for her. Okay, no, it just goes to her. No. Suicide. What happens if you click suicide? What glitch? No. I'm just kind of picking all the really like freaking hot. You have for her you have to pick the really well, now it's just 50-50 pretty much. Because it's just her and the other girl. But what I find interesting is Monica's not here. Like, is there a reason for that? I wonder. Okay. Hi again. Glad to see you didn't run away on us, haha. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on. He deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. The music's slightly different too. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Ugh! She's in front of the text! She's in front of the text! God damn! I can't read, dude. Manga is literature. Okay, this text is slightly different. I'm like, because some of the text is the same, some of the text is different. So even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out. So I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How's this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. That was... ugh. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. Okay, this part I think is where she's just... There's a line right here. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed it in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... Ah! Her eye moved! Is it still moving or am I imagining? No, it's fucking moving! Not for any particular reason. Just her. And then it's like going about how she has 2 copies of the same book, blah blah blah. I keep looking at her eyes now. What is this game? Oh my god. Portrait of Markov. Oh yeah, she... It's like... I'm just more interested in, like, what's different. Ah! But because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway, then suddenly... I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem when I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts. Ah! I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. I think this game is broken. Da da da. No. Oh fuck. Oh Lord, have mercy. Oh God. Oh, this is the part where they read together, but let's see. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading company. I was just bathing in the feeling of your body heat, and that was too quick. Oh my god. Oh, this is horrible. I'm scared. What is it gonna do? So far, it's pretty much the same, but there's some things that are different, though. Hey, Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit, eh? Yuri stands up and quickly rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? Did something happen just now? Eh? I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. So you don't know anything. Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? Oh, no, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her. There is something very suspicious about this girl. Don't worry, I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other? Eh? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while, so I figured we'd just get started without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. Yeah, Yuri's not even in the selection. I should have probably read that part, but from what I saw, it was like, a little different, I think. It was slightly different. She was talking about a different part of the book that she read, and that her heart was, like, beating real fast, and I don't know. Okay, I guess I'll start with Monica. I should start with Monica. Yesterday she seemed eager to read my poem, and I want her to know I'm putting in effort. Hi! Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Great job! I was going, oh, in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism? Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. I don't mean like that's a bad thing, though. But sometimes I get the impression that she's just totally given up on people. What a bitch. She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly. Like earlier, I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time. Suddenly the door opens. Yuri! I'm back! Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other. Eh? Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm more glad that you took all the time you needed. Alright. Thanks, Monica. I suppose I should go get my poem now. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in the wall. I think it's the same. But I think it's slightly different though. Hole in the wall. But he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glanced at my surroundings, but my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrolling plays tricks on my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. So what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style's gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a lot. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that, but it's kind of coming out strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. Eh? What was that? Oh. Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, then ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most notable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick up a writing style separate from the topic matter and they form-fit the two together. I think that one's the same, actually. This is when she talks about script and how, yeah, this is pretty similar to what was last time. I want to try to get to a good stopping point. Who should I show my poem to next? Natsuki's the last one. Ah! Oh my god. I heard the music stop and I'm like, what the fuck is gonna happen? This is pretty much the same. Sorry. I tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. I've read that before. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me from my mediocre writing skills. Something wrong with the music, guys. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monica is writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. This is kind of like they talk about they don't understand their poems. Basically. They don't understand each other. Basically. which I haven't yet. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Eh? Okay, this is the same though. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself. I was the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as he started showing up. Natsuki! Oh, Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. Oh! Oh! Me, look who's talking, you wanna be edgy, bitch! Edgy? Sorry that my lifestyle's too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend. See? Just saying that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know. If you want to improve anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only thing cute about you is how hard you try. Whoa, be careful, you might cut yourself on the that edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad, you already do, don't you? Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the fuck is wrong with your head? Oh. This is so messed up. Oh my god. Yeah, go on. Let him hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels over you after this. Ah! Suddenly Yuri turns toward me as if she just noticed I was standing here. She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. How did I get dragged into this? Oh, of course. Can you not choose her? What is going on? It's just getting bigger. Hi. Hey. Why don't we step outside for a little bit? Okay? Oh God. Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Some president I am, right? I can't even convert my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes. But I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead. Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the classroom. She quickly runs away. Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Yuri is rocking back and forth in her desk with her palms in her forehead. Yuri? I didn't mean it. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki, or did. Please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow. Completely. Anyway, the meeting is over, so you can go home now if you want. Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monica. You can go first, Monica. I'd like to stay a little bit longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take that responsibility today. It kind of sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri. It's not that. It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with. It would just be embarrassing with you to listen. With you listening. I guess I really don't have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble. But I really appreciate... Oh, fuck me! Oh! Fuck! Okay. Oh, shit. Oh my god. Okay, guys, I think I'm done. It's about 2.5 hours now. I think I'm done. Can I save, please? Oh, that one's gone. Okay, but I just saved. Is it still there at least? Okay, good. Yeah, I think I'm gonna finish for today. I will continue with more of this later. Oh my goodness. That last thing did scare me a little bit, not gonna lie. Alright, well. Next time, I'm not sure what I'll stream. But I'm done with this crazy game for today, so I hope y'all enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.